So I got the game paused now. So I'm here, I'm about to do some like general tips and tricks for the game Subnautica. One of the homies, I talked him into buying the game and he was, wondering what to do when he first started and things like that. So, our schedules don't always line up. So I'm making this video for him. But I decided to go ahead and broadcast it so that, if anybody has any questions, concerns when they first starting off, they know what's up. And so I am starting off here in the life pod that we are start off on. When you first get out of here, it'll be on fire and stuff like that. When you first get out of here, look into this storage container. It might not be red when you first look at it. Me, I've used it and I've emptied it because I built a base and everything, so I'm not using it at the moment. But look over here, it's right there on that side, can't miss it. Hop in there and you will find a fire extinguisher and a couple flares and things like that, if I remember correctly. Put the fires out first. If you don't put the fires out, I don't think anything bad happens, other than if you walk in them, you get hurt a little bit. But put the fires out. That's what we do. And so we put those out, and then the radio, this dude, they'll be disabled and you won't be able to use them until you build the repair tool. And so the repair tool is one of those things we definitely want to build, but it's not necessarily, it is one of the things we want to build first. It's on one of those what I like to call first tier builders. Like as soon as you start the game, there's a lot of stuff we want to do, but there's a couple things we got to do first so we can do all that other stuff. First thing, build a scanner. Repair tools on that list too, so you can fix this stuff. But the repair tool, while valuable, you need the repair tool to fix this radio, and the radio is on the tier 1 list of things to fix. So repair tool leads to radio, and the radio, I'll get to it in just a second, but it helps you progress in the game. It helps you find different locations and things we gonna need later on. But you need to build a scanner. The scanner is this guy. And when you scan, like that's how you get blueprints. What the blueprints are is that's how you have to learn the blueprints to be able to build the thing you want to build. Like I got my submarine and I had to find different fragments of the submarine and scan it so that I can now build the submarine. And so you got to get the scanner so that you can do things like that. Also with the scanner, if you scan like the random flora, which are the plants and things like that, you can learn recipes and things like that, and it'll tell you how you can use this or if you can use it at all. If you scan like fish and things like that, it'll do the same thing. And so you definitely want to get the scanner like literally ASAP. Everybody be sleeping on a flashlight. You want the flashlight, man. It get dark in these caves. You go deep enough, ain't no sunlight. It can be bright, doesn't matter. You go deep, you need this flashlight. And another big thing, probably more important than the scanner, is this knife. With the knife, there are some things that you can't just pick up. You have to cut it with the knife or hit it or break it with the knife to be able to pick it up. And so you definitely got to get the knife. And so what I set up my hot list here are the things you want to do first: the knife, the flashlight, the scanner, the repair tool, I mean to say. And this is called the what is this thing called? The Sea Glide. That's it. What this does is help you swim faster. You don't necessarily swim slow, but the fish are faster than you, and sometimes you want to get away. You just want to go faster, and before you can build the submarine, the Sea Glide to help you out, and it's not super complicated. And how to get the Sea Glide and all that, it's included in what we're doing here. Also remember, if you hit the middle, not the select button. I'm sorry, I said select button. Talk about that. You click that. I don't know if you're still seeing me, but I'm assuming you're gonna see this pause screen here. Hey, this right here is a big deal. This literally pauses the game, stops time. So, if it happened to you while you playing the game for real, click that button. It stops everything. And you go do life. You do you. In the world of online gaming and things like that, not a whole lot of games give you that I can stop time with a button. and things like that, you know. And how I look at that, if your girl is trained and she already know these video games, you can't just pause it. Hey, and the family and stuff like that, don't tell them. Hit you like, hey, when you get done, come do what I want. You get some time. But as soon as you let them know, they're gonna be like, pause it, get up here. You don't want none of that. All right, I'm moving on. All right, and so, them, bottom, because it's like water go jump off. This is the first submarine called the Sea Moth that you can build. If yours is not this color, that's because once you build the little building here, you can customize it and everything. And so, to be continued. What you need, the name of the game is gather resources. You need to get like this stuff right here. Once you get the knife, you see how that popped up? You collect that. Look, there she is. And it pops up and lets you know what you just collected when you pop in there, the new stuff. So that's very nice of them to show you that stuff. But before you get the knife, what you really want to look for are the fish. Like, let me show you the main fish you want to look for. Like, you see this peeper fish right here? Hey, we're going to swim. We're going to catch him. Like, come here, dog. Where you at? Where you go? Hold on. Come back. Snatch. Wait. All right. So it's like they know. It's like they made the game more fun because the fish, or frustrating, how you look at that. Caught him. It's another one. And so not everything you can just grab. Like, you don't need no special tool. Like, you literally jump in here and just snatch this guy up. Like, damn, you gotta have coordination a little bit. Right? You want to see something funny, let your girl play the game and tell her to catch this fish. Like, will never happen. Like, bet something you really want and you know it's gonna happen, because you gotta have some coordination. Unless your girl is a gamer, then you're doomed. Alright, you see that? Catch that guy. What's that guy called? I don't remember his name. Gary Fish. Alright, so they give you these warnings. You see calorie intake recommended. Alright, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna jump fast forward and do some stuff y'all can't do yet, because hold on, you always got to get that oxygen, man. So another thing I want to talk about was the oxygen. You see, I got 135.02 on there. Y'all not gonna start with that. You start with literally 45. Like, it's not a great number, but that's what you start with, and you gotta build an oxygen tank. Once you get the oxygen tank, you'll have 75, which give you some more time underwater. And then I built the high capacity oxygen tank, and that gives you this 135 that I get to start with now. Still not enough, and so that's why you want to build the submarine, so when you go to the deeper depths, you're still good. But 135 is a heck of a lot better than 45, so that's one of the things we working up to. Creature eggs, personally, you can collect them if you want to, but I would say that's something, once you build the alien containment, you can do that. So this box here, this is where you get a lot of the fragments. So this is why you want to build the scanner. So once you get the scanner, you see something like this guy, you're going to scan it. Like this mobile vehicle bay already scanned all the parts for it, and I can already build it. And so it just gives me the titanium I need. Titanium, big deal. Get that. How you get titanium is, once you get everything you scanned, you scan it. But this is the biggest way to get titanium right here. Metal salvage. And this crap is everywhere because a big ship. I want the kids to be able to listen to this, so my bad, no more cussing. But this a huge ship crashed, and there's this metal salvage everywhere. And so, boom, that's the best way to get the titanium right there. Like, you get that, and titanium is something that you're gonna need it to build pretty much everything. Not literally everything, but enough stuff for me to comfortably say, like, 77% of everything you build is going to involve titanium in one way or another. And so that scrap metal is one way to get titanium. Another way to get titanium, as I just mentioned, is through scanning. And it only gives you titanium after you've scanned everything. And so some things you only scan once, you get it. Some things you scan twice, you get it. 3, 4. I haven't seen 4, but I imagine something really cool may be 4. Haven't beat the game yet, but salt is another thing that is super plentiful. Like, this stuff is everywhere. So if your focus is something else at the moment, do that. Don't focus on the salt. But salt, it does good things. It helps you. It's a couple of good things. Salt, like, it'll give you better water. And the salt will also help you preserve your food so that you can eat it later. That's probably confusing because in this game that I haven't explained yet is that when you cook some fish, you eat it right away. Like, don't cook the fish and let it sit in your inventory, because what it'll do is it'll go bad on you. Like, and literally it'd be rotten. And so I just cooked the fish. I used this little fabricator. I really didn't mean to go over here into my base. I meant to go back to the pod so you guys know what's up. But there's a fabricator on the pod, so it is what it is.
Starvation imminent.
Alright, see.
Intake immediately.
There we go.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So yeah, you will die if you let the orange, blue, or red circles go all the way down. If there's no more red, blue, or yellow, orange, or the O2, if any of those circles empty completely, you die. And when you die, you wake back up in your pod. I know, I intentionally didn't give you a tour of the base because right now we're talking about the beginning. And yes, I built my base pretty close to my pod because your pod is always on your radar. So so I don't have to find it. It's right next to this. I do that. And so on here is fabricator. We build this stuff and you can cook food. Let me actually find that fish that I'm looking for. And this one is purple guy. See this fish right here? When you first start, you need that guy. I'm not grabbing him on purpose because I want you to see him before I grab him. But you see him? Like that guy. You need this dude because when you grab him, I'm gonna literally just grab him and show you what's up. Pop back up here and you use the fabricator that you already got. Go to food, do some water, and you see filtered water, that bladderfish is the name of it. You literally click that guy. When you click that, bam, you get water. I've been talking for almost 15 minutes and I ain't brought up water, which is a big deal. Water is a big deal. You're in water, but you can't drink none of it. And it's like the toughest, not the toughest resource to find, but it's the most demanding resource because you see how quickly your water go down. Like, your health don't move unless something, move it. Your O2 go down anytime you're underwater. So, okay, water is second to O2. You gotta breathe more than you gotta drink water, but it's second. It's still a big deal. And so you do that. You pop in here and it replaces 20 of these guys. So boom, and you move up to 48. And when you're not in your PDA, it don't show you the actual number. When you're in your PDA, it'll show your number on the left. So quick tip. All right, and so don't forget, you gotta build your radio. So if you go here and then move over one, this is literally all the blueprints. And if you want to what do I need to build this? Just open this guy up and it'll always break it down. And it breaks it down for you. You go down here and I'm gonna go down okay, let me go back up to the top because this is all advanced stuff, my bad. All right, so like the basic materials. So it tell you that if you find metal salvage, it'll give you titanium. Or if you break open, what's it called? Oh, it's the limestone. My bad. Limestone to give you titanium or copper. And copper's not on his list because it's a raw material. Nothing breaks down to copper. You just grab copper. Copper makes a lot of stuff. So you need copper. You need titanium. To make this silicone here, you need this creepvine seed cluster. So let's do a quick tour of all the stuff that like we definitely need. See, flashlight coming in handy. That's why I said you need it. Alright, so when you swim around here, let's see what we got here. Oh, you see this guy? This guy is called the brain coral. It literally just gives off oxygen. And if you ever hear that, start strafing. Oh, see? I got cut. I got bit. Kind of hurt. I'm not that super far in the game, so I don't have anything to like attack him with. But from what I understand, you really don't want to try to kill stuff. You just want to like not let it kill you. That's more the focus. Don't die. So with this brain coral, if you're paying attention to my O2 levels, you see them keep going up. Oh! Sneaky. You see him? Okay. So this is a dangerous bit of brain coral. I've been attacked twice, so I've been just trying to breathe. But it gives you bubbles of air. So if you sit on top of it, just stop there. You see, I went from 124 to all the way up to 135. It'll bump you up there. So you just do that. If you underwater and you see one, and there will be that time when you don't make it to the top. On your way to the top, when it black out, keep pushing forward, because you do keep swimming when the screen goes black. And there's been more times that I'm embarrassed to admit how many times that I've gone black and magically survived through there. Alright, there's some other things that I wanted to show you real quick. I've been talking for 17 minutes and I'm not 100% sure that I've gotten my point across. You see right here, you see this rock here, limestone? Okay, I heard him. You hear that? I don't know if you heard, but you can always hear them. And you see how I'm just strafing him? And look, they'll just leave you alone. They try for a minute and then they go away. So, not a super big deal. I wish they went further away because he'll probably come back. Just listen for him. Alright, so this light here, this is that limestone. This limestone right here is how you get, see, I just got a copper. See, I knew it. See, there it is. I told you. Just got to be ready for them. They give you that warning. And it's really, you know, once you do it a few times, it becomes easy and it stops being a challenge and you stop even worrying about it. And if you mess it up, you know, they've got to catch you like, you know, 4 or 5 times before you're like, oh crap, let me get out of here. Also, these guys right here, I would encourage you not to pick these. Leave these here, because next to your base, they are literally everywhere. Like, look at that. There's some purple stuff there. Acid mushroom, I think they're called. Yeah, purple stuff. I like that better, but they're acid mushrooms. There's some there. There's some there. There's some there. There. It's everywhere. And so I would say don't waste space picking this thing up. Like, just don't worry about it. Like, it's there. And the only use I found for it is to make batteries. And you literally never have enough batteries once you start building stuff that need batteries. In the beginning, I mean, you're going to be like, what do you need batteries for? Yeah, when you first build stuff, it comes with a full battery. You use it, then you're like, oh, that's what he's talking about with the battery thing. So 2 of these and a copper will make you a battery. And so you do that, hey, you got a battery. Thing about copper is that while not necessarily scarce, it requires kind of like a commitment to, I'm on a copper hunt to find, because the only way to really get copper that I have found is in that limestone rock that I found you, and titanium also comes in that limestone rock. So you got a 50-50, not even 50-50. I'm gonna call it like 65-35. You getting titanium over copper, and I feel like I go in streaks, but it's titanium or copper in that limestone. And so get limestone in the beginning, and then use this storage container to give you some space here. And then also what I have here are the waterproof lockers. Now, these waterproof lockers are another thing you need to build. Right now, I'm gonna hop in here to this fabricator, and I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that we're gonna build with what resources you need to look for. And I kind of showed you the main ones with the fish and the rocks, really. That's how it starts. Metal salvage makes this, and it looks like I picked some up. So let me go ahead and break that down. The metal salvage will take up a big block of 4, but it breaks down into 4. And so the thing about this game is it is not going to stack stuff like some other games do. So if you got a bunch of the same stuff, you probably noticed earlier I just didn't talk about it. If you got a bunch of the same stuff, like I have 6 titanium, and it is taking up 6 spaces. Like that's how it works. And then you find out that some stuff takes up more space, but because it's so valuable, you got to give it that real estate. Me, I built the radiation suit. We'll get there. You will build it, and you'll get the blueprints for it. And I'm gonna break down how to build this stuff in just a second, because I'm just literally about to talk about it. Another cool thing that I want to quick mention is this medical kit fabricator. Click that, grab that, boom, and it literally refills over time. So just grab one, and when you come back later, another one's there. So I'm gonna do this fabricator, and I'm gonna end this video, and I will start another video to continue on this, because I've been talking for 20 minutes and nobody wants to talk a 20-minute video and really get nothing done. All right. Well, I mean, I got some stuff done. Bit too hard on myself. Bleach, salt, and the coral tubes. Tubes with like the trombone looking things down there. Break those, find salt. So awesome water source. I said that that bladderfish is the only water source, but that's just to kind of start off, man. And so I'm gonna break this down real quick. And so titanium there. To make the titanium ingots, don't worry about that when you first start off. Don't worry about fiber mesh. No, fiber mesh you do need to worry about. The creep vines, you see those vines, but you need a knife, cut them, and they'll give you that. On those creep vines, you'll see those like yellow pods that I'll show you in the next video. Grab those, and now to make these silicone rubbers that we'll show you that makes a lot of stuff. Actually, I'm gonna stop that there, because I need a whole video just for fabricating, because I just realized how deep this rabbit hole was as I'm talking about it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I talked a long time. This is unedited. This is literally my first time ever doing anything online, so appreciate you.